Good morning, guys, and welcome to the sixth season of what is the name? I want you guys to say it. Come on.
Super Author Summit.
Yeah, super awesome. I wanted it from the people who joined. I want to see the energy. I guys said it. I believe, I understand it's a Sunday morning, it's 11 o'clock, 11:30 in this Sunday morning, and yes, you want to, and thanks to this lockdown, this is not the usual time most people get up. You still joined this event, so thank you very much. And before we start, I want to share good news. We reached 150 authors this week, and today we have some of the best authors we have in this family. And let me read out the name for you. We have Manohar Gandhi, Priyanka, Sagar, Saurav, Aishwarya, and Deepika. All of them are fantabulous. So I won't take much time. I'll just pass it on to the super authors, and we'll start. If you have anything to ask, feel free to ask. You can directly unmute yourself. You can ask your favorite authors, or else you can drop your questions in the in the chat room. And yes, we will read out for them. Can we start? Come on, guys! I want to see the energy. Can we start?
Yes.
Yes.
Where is the energy? Come on! Can we start?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's start with Manohar. Hey, Manohar.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. You're both audible and visible, and thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining. Yeah. So myself, I'm Manohar. I stay in Hyderabad. So I work in the software industry. I've been working in the software industry since the last 12 and a half years. And I joined Anshuman Patro's 5-day author challenge in the month of December, and my book was titled Virtual Volunteer. So basically, my book is all about the volunteering experiences that I have done as part of an NGO called Team Everest NGO. So all my experiences I have written in that book. Um, yeah, so that was about that. And apart from this, I also have published my second book called My Sleepless Nights. So this is also about my experiences, my personal experiences of 2 years back, how I went into insomnia, and then how I was able to come out of it. And seeing my author journey, my daughter also got inspired. I'd like to introduce her. Yeah, she's my daughter. So she has written her first book called Mystery Girls, and then her book also got good reviews. And then she got Indian Book of Records for being a youngest author to write a fictional story on a treasure hunt. So, Lisa, would you like to talk about your
Congratulations.
book?
Congratulations, Disha, and you deserve this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, my book is about me and my friends going on a treasure hunt. So you need to read my book to find out what happens.
That was a direct sales pitch. Wow, awesome. Sure, we'll definitely read your book, Disha. And congratulations once again. And at this very young age, how old are you, Disha?
7.
7. At this age, you written a book. Manohar, I'm sure you have mentored her and you did a fantabulous job. So, congrats to you as well.
Thank you.
So, how was your experience, Manohar, while training her? I mean, I know you're a best-selling author. Guys, I call him Miracle Manohar for a reason. He's the first one in this family who published his book in 4 days. That to be without any guidance from me, while in the technical part. So that's the reason I call him Miracle Manohar. And he proved it again. He trained her daughter, and yeah, we all can see why I call him the Miracle Manohar. So how the journey, Manohar?
Yeah. So coming to the author journey, like I owe a lot to this 5-day author challenge because the way this program is very scientifically structured and the way the assignments are given. Yeah, though Anshuman says that it is the authors who do the hard work. I totally agree with that. I'm not saying that without an author writing books, he would have really created a big community of 150. But then his mentoring really plays a very significant role because uh, his program is structured very beautifully. So that is what I would really say. Coming to my author journey, like after writing my first book called The Virtual Volunteer, I was able to, yeah, I was thinking of writing my the other book called My Sleepless Nights since last June itself. But then I was going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, all kinds of hurdles I was facing. I didn't knew like how to really come to a conclusion, draw the book to a logical conclusion, and all those things. But then once I joined this December batch, I was able to do it. And then December 12th was my first book called Virtual Volunteer. And then on the December 31st, I launched my second book. And my daughter's book came on March 6th. Like uh, she used to always like stories, reading stories, and making stories out of it. And then one day, me and my wife thought uh, there was one competition in her school, and then we asked her to write one story. We really liked that story which she has written. So basically, she also really got inspired by that speech to text which Anshuman gives in that program. So she put those headphones and started dictating in the Word document. And then that's how when we really liked that story, we thought it's good if we can make it a book form out of it. And then uh, since my wife is an artist, so she's doing art since the last 10 years or so. So so like my wife guided her in the art part. And then like the story part, she has already written it. I only did the grammatical changes which were really necessary. The most of the credit actually should go to my wife because she was the one who made those pictures and then those illustrations and even the cover page also. So my two books cover pages were done by my wife only. And especially the second book called My Sleepless Nights, if you see my cover page, like everyone was like very impressed with the cover page itself. And even the Mystery Girls cover page also was done by my wife only. Yeah, so yeah, that is my author journey in.
Awesome. And a very big thanks to your wife as well. And congratulations to her. Just
Yeah,
we our regards. She has done a wonderful job.
yeah.
And for Disha, especially, beta, you have a bright future. Just keep going. God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Most welcome, beta. And then at number two, we have
And Portugal.
Priyanka. And one thing I loved about this thing is she published her book yesterday night. And so far, she has already some buyers. So, hey Priyanka, thank you for joining, and over to you.
Thank you, Anshuman. This 1 week, I would say it has been the most difficult week of my life. In the past 3 days, I didn't bath, I didn't brush, okay, or I don't know how many hours I slept, but yeah, it was a disaster for my like new husband. We just been married for 1 month, few days, I would say. So my in-laws, my husband, they were kind of supporting so much. Like, in Indian society, you expect that a new daughter-in-law to do a lot of stuff. And they were all there supporting me to just write my book. Don't do anything, just write. We'll give you food, everything in your room, nothing much. So I will say my author journey, as much as they have contributed, because I wanted to write a book since I was Disha's age, Manohar's daughter age. Okay, and I'm able to do this right now. So Anshuman, your workshop made me kind of take the ownership on me. And I was actually answerable that now everybody on Facebook, they would ask me on 28th that Priyanka, where is your book? We are waiting for it. So that's what made me do that. And yes, let me tell you, I'm a hypnotherapist, doctor of alternative medicine. I've been practicing law of attraction and manifestation from past many years. I have served now to, approximately 10,000 clients for my tarot, counseling, hypnotherapy, and every other thing I do. But all the credit only goes to Anshuman, and I would say right now my in-laws, because because without their help, it could not have been possible, not at all.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you. I'll have to agree with you, and pay my sincere regards to them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my husband is watching me right now. So
So, a very huge thank you to your husband from my end. So, who's your reader, and I mean, what all thing is there in your book?
so my book is all about manifesting. Okay. Now, however, as there are so many books on manifestation. So what's different in my book? I'm not promising that you're going to manifest something in 21 days. I'm promising you that you're going to rise your vibration to reach the level where you can actually manifest. So this book is about mostly about our finances. I have been there when I left my job and started my journey as a healer and therapist. So I know what all struggle I went through, how I really had to rise my vibration, and how I worked on it. So this book is, I would say, it's all about my experience, and the experience of 10,000 people I have worked with. So this will help everybody who reads it in 21 days to actually rise their vibration, put the right mindset, heal their emotions, and so they can welcome money in their life easily. So it's a day wise work. I would say it's a workbook kind of thing. You have to just work on one chapter a day. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said a lot. I mean, lot without in just one sentence. It's a workbook you said, and that means it's all action driven. So
Yes, it's very much.
even though people practice manifestation and all, it's all about action. It all boils down to action. If you don't take action, uh, I mean, you can't achieve a lot of things. So,
Totally.
so yeah. Thanks for writing this book, and I'm sure it will help a lot of people achieve their goals. Uh,
I'm sure it will. It's just that people who are watching over here, it's just that you have to practice it. Trust me, I have put my best in that.
Thank you. So it might not be able to make you the next Ambani, but obviously it will help you grow in your life. That's for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. Thank you, Priyanka. Number three, we have a father who written this book. Sagar, why don't you share your story? Because it's one of the most interesting story I've ever heard.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Sagar Kasare. Before I introduce myself, I just want to congratulate Anshuman on reaching 150 books, and also want to congratulate all the authors who have contributed to it. Uh, Coming to me, basically, I'm a banker by profession. I have more than 10 years of experience in banking. And having worked in the corporate world, I always thought I should do something creative in life. And that occasion came when we were my daughter was born, and that's when I thought I should write something or write a children's book. And that's when I reached out to Anshuman for his help, and he connected me with the illustrator, which is Rahul Shinde, for this book. And that's the time when this journey started. So my intention of writing this book was to create a storybook for my own kid, which is a 4.5-month-old daughter. And that was I just wanted to write one book, and so that my I could tell stories to my own daughter. And I never had this intention of publishing it commercially at the start. But when we started working on the book, and by the time we completed it, the story and the illustrations of the book, they came out so well that then we decided to publish it. And now the book got published on 17th of March, and it has received so much love and overwhelming response. It's like whoever, my friends, my colleagues, family members, whoever have read this book, they said that their kids are asking for this if there is a second book by the same author. So that is the kind of response. Even there's so many positive comments which have come on Amazon. The book has received almost like 5-star ratings. Like it is rated 4.9 out of 5 uh, on Amazon. And now it is, I mean, quite a few people have ordered a paperback also because they wanted to have that feel of paperback when they read out the stories to their kids. So now the response has been really positive, and it's been heartwarming for me to see such kind of response. So it's like that just that gave me an impetus to write another book, and I am actually currently working on the second book of the same series. The name of the book is Jungle Adventures with Mickey and Jumbo. Mickey and Jumbo primarily are the toys which my daughter liked, and the first story which I started with, I thought why not create the lead characters with the toys itself, because that's what she liked. So, and now I thought because of the response to these characters, I would continue this series with these two as the lead characters. And the book has a moral ending at the end. So again, the following books which I'll create will also continue the morals. Will have a good moral for the kids. So that is how I want to continue creating books. The age group which I'm targeting is between 1 to 6 years of age, and the first fan of the book was Anshuman's daughter itself, because she was the one who got to see the cover page of the book, and the first response from her was, "The elephant is so cute." That's correct, Anshuman?
That's right. She just loved it. The first word that she uttered after looking at the photo was, "Wow, so cute!" And yeah, that was the validation. Okay, that this book is gonna work.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is the validation. Even I thought now. I mean, if my talk, I've addressed this my target audience through this book now, and I was now then hopeful that when it gets published, it will be liked by kids, and that is what has happened now. So I'm just glad that we could create something which is liked by the kids, especially when I went to Amazon, I couldn't find that many great illustration books online. So I thought, and especially with good morals. So moral stories is something which everyone likes, especially parents, and they are the ones who will eventually buy these books. So they are the ones who should be happy with the illustrations, with the graphics, and the language should also be appealing. Should be simple and plain, so that a kid between 1 to 6 years of age can understand that. So that is the point of view which we have. I mean, we have initiated. I mean, we have uh, uh, through which we have created this book now, and that is what we will keep continuing in the following books also. So I am hoping to publish my second book on 23rd of April. I think that's the World Book Day, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So that is what I've kept in mind while I'm creating the illustrations and everything. I've made that timeline.
Awesome. I was talking to Rahul about this thing, and even he was super excited. He did
Yeah, yeah,
the book, though he had drawn all the illustration, everything, but
yeah.
he also created you saying it was a combined work. It's not just me who have done it. It was Sagar's input as well. So very good job.
Correct.
And one more thing I would like to ask you: your book is not just a number one best-selling book in India. It got a single-digit ranking in multiple marketplaces.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it? I mean, something you expected when you started writing, or after?
Uh, I knew that the platform which Amazon provides, the book will reach to I mean across, I mean audiences, readers across the globe. So the good thing is that I have friends and colleagues which are located who are settled abroad. So that way they will access Amazon.com or Amazon.uk or any other marketplace overseas to access the book. So that I feel that at least the through that I will get a good response on other marketplaces other than India. And one more thing was my friend in Amsterdam has circulated this link to a parents group, WhatsApp group in Netherlands. So that is how it reached out to others. I mean, people located elsewhere also. So my friends and family members have also helped in with the book reaching globally. So the response, I've also asked for feedback from everyone, whoever has circulated it from their end, and it's been only positive. That's one of the reasons, and that is the biggest incentive to write the second book now.
Yeah, that answers a lot. When you say that's the incentive to write the second book, that answers a lot. I can understand how you're feeling right now. Awesome. So happy for you.
Yeah.
And I must say, Ithika, your daughter, she's very lucky to have a father like you.
I'm meeting her after 1 month now, 1st of April.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome.
Thanks.
Uh, at number 4, we have Saurabh, and eventually we both had the same mentor, but we didn't knew that. We got to know that just a couple of weeks ago, and it was a wonderful experience with working with him. Hi, Saurabh. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, hi Anshul. Okay, Anshuman, is it possible to share the screen quickly?
Sorry.
Can I share screen with my friends? I don't think it's fine. Okay,
Satya, can you please allow share screen?
Yeah, yeah. Now you can sort of.
thank you. I just want to share my book cover. Okay, so here is something I would like to share first. So 10 years of living others' vision. One midnight, my eye opened and I was completely numb. In few seconds, I start thinking what kind of life I'm living now. Home, office, home, and the same. Lost in my thoughts, creating the life of abundance. How is it possible? On that day, I have started actually my journey and looking forward for creating a new life with new thinking and new doing in my life. Right. Hi, myself Saurabh Saini. I'm a high ticket closer, business consultant, and now an author. Together with right now I'm still working. Right. Okay. In the last 12 years, I was attempting seven things, seven part-time businesses, and was not able to achieve anything. And some worked out. I have some product worked out, finalized, not able to sell it. Some died at the prototype, and some died in the idea stage. So many years I was thought that what is the core reason was the resources that I don't have. But I was wrong when I spent 3 years extensive learning and understanding of the fundamental of the startup and the business, that how it works, how a person start a business, how they stick onto that. Then I found that I was missing a lot. And in this book, what I'm covering is how we find an idea which is ideal for us, how we start with this, how we stick to it, and how can we actually achieve it. Apart from that, I'm also sharing how these things which are still in your ideas, how you are in your ideas, and it is being impacting your personal and professional life. It's something which is weird, but it is true. When you go through the book, you will come to know how it is impacting us. So during this, I was one day I found a person on the Facebook itself, the social media, which is helping us a lot. And she shared about Anshuman that within the 5 days how to write a book. At the start, because we are the people who have multiple ideas, right? And this book is very specific for the people who have multiple ideas and they are not able to move in one direction. So I was the one also. So I was like, I had multiple books idea, but this was the completely new, which I was thinking about to write. And I found Anshuman. With the help of him, I read this book in 5 days. And at start, I was very excited. At the bit, I was very confused: is it possible or not possible? But with Anshuman's support and the whole community support, basically, which supported us at, to kick out our lower self, which is the biggest thing I have ever found. And I was able to write this book in 5 days. And at the end, right now, yesterday I was reading the book, I said it's satisfactory, right? It satisfied me that it's good effort enough in the terms where what I want to share. So good. I'm very much thankful to Anjuman for like providing this platform at that age. And yes, that's it. What I want to share.
Thank you, Saurabh. So, I love the title. The reason why I'm saying this because, and thank you for coming up with this topic. A lot of people, a lot of us, we struggle with, we have this perfection disorder, we can say. We want everything to be perfect, but I don't see anything that is perfect. At least, I can't see anything that is perfect, right? And but a lot of people don't do anything because they want to be perfect, and this book will definitely help them. So, thank you for coming with this topic. And one more thing I would like to add over here, like you said, uh, one second. Yeah, like you said, the support from the community. I must say, I must thank Aishwarya, right? Because when you were struggling with something, I was not available at the time. You messaged in the group, and she just, without anyone asking her to do it, she volunteered and she helped you out with a couple of things. So thank you, Aishwarya. And people who don't know who Aishwarya is, even she's a best-selling author. She joined this community, I think, a couple of months back, and even she has a very interesting story. So thank you for joining, Aishwarya. Thank you for joining this family, first of all. I'm
Thank you.
blessed
Thank
with
you
the
so
people like you.
much.
So would you like to share?
We have a question. We have a question. Is it fine if I can answer?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So Vikram is asking why the book name is Imperfect Progression. Okay, that's the thing which I found very hard to accept by the people. But perfection is somewhere we are stuck, and we are the guys means who are looking for the perfection at every area. But imperfection is not about going to bad quality. The people think it's the bad quality. No, it's not the bad quality. It's the good quality, the best quality of the time now, right? What you know, how can you progress, how what best you can give now. That's why it is called imperfect, but it is still the best quality. And the progression it is the mindset that you progress and improve. So that's why it's the name of this book is Imperfect Progression.
Thank you, Saurabh, and thank you, Vikram, for asking this question. And guys, I really appreciate when you people interact, when you people ask questions, because that not only clears your doubts, that also help us to, get to know more about ourselves. I mean, when you say us, it's not just me; it's the entire family, the entire Five Life family, all the others, including me, including Satya. So we'll open the Q&A after a while. We have two more authors to go, and then we'll definitely open the Q&A. And please ask anything you want, and we'll be happy to answer you. So, yeah, coming back to Aishwarya, would you like to uh, share about your books and your journey? So, if for you, it's like, why don't you share the entire journey? Like when you joined to publish a book, and now you have published your book. You're coming up with more books, and more than that, you're helping the entire community, right? So, we'd love to know.
So, okay, so I'm actually a software engineer by profession, and I have a lot of passions. I'm passionate about singing, reading. I don't know what all you can find that I could do, traveling. So what happened is I was just browsing to Facebook and I just see the message, you can be an author in 5 days. So that's Anshuman's 5 days challenge. And I was like, okay, in a very, I had my projects, I had new job. I was looking for something to do different. And I said, okay, even if it's hectic, let me join this batch and actually try and see what this is all about. So that's how it started. And I had somewhere in back of my mind, I wanted to publish my own story. So I have some kinds of hardship and how I overcome those. So I had this idea in back of my mind that, I'll publish something where, people who are, who have leading a perfect life and all of a sudden they have some sort of, a mishap or blockage, and then some people get out of it, very quickly, some take a lot of time to come out of it. So I thought, if I publish the kind of journey and how I overcame, with family support, friends, it would be inspiring. So with that idea, I joined 5 days challenge. But then I realized with work pressure and everything, it's very intense. So to enjoy the whole workshop of, learning how to, put your ideas into outline, into book, I thought it's better to have something a little lighter and, learn all the tricks or, all the aspects of writing. So my book is called 5 Seasons, wherein I've just published all my memories, all the small happy incidents that I have had since my childhood so far. And my intention was, we have been so busy in our lives running behind money, fame, maybe with business, that we forget that there are these small moments in our life that we should enjoy and cherish. So my whole book is about, all these small memories. And then from a standpoint that, somebody so normal can also live, such big moments. So my whole book is about, those small memories that I had, and I just wanted people to take some time and realize that these are the small things that make life very beautiful. And then, yes, why do I come every Thursday to the group is, when I was publishing the book, I had the support of family. Arun was there, Priyanka was there. So I somewhere felt that spark, when others are helping you out, you also have that, I would say maybe giving back to the community, something of that sort. So I make sure that whenever I'm available on day 4, I come in and I kind of embrace people, whoever. So that kinds of keeps me also in track, because I want to come up with my book, like I said, and then I'm co-authoring with somebody else for another book. So I wanted to keep that ignition continued, the spark continued, right? So every Thursday when I come, I relive the same moment that I lived the first week of my challenge. So that kinds of keeps me inspiring to have that motivation of publishing a book. Same time I feel, if I am there, if you have somebody who's already been through that journey, it kinds of at least gives little confidence for the ones who are in the new journey of publishing. So that's the intention of being there. So I'm selfish, it keeps me motivated. In return, I try to, kind and try to help others as well.
That's so sweet of you, and I want all of you to be selfish like this. I mean, if that is called selfishness, then I want all of us to be selfish. And so basically, someone joining at 2 o'clock in the morning, that is 2 a.m., okay, and helping others without any expectation, that is not something you find everywhere.
Someone, you got stuck for a while.
You got us. We
Oh,
couldn't hear you.
is it better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was just saying, if that is called selfishness, then I would like all of us to be selfish, because joining a meeting 2 o'clock in the morning, that is 2 a.m., and helping others, other budding authors and aspiring authors, without any expectation. Okay, that is, if that is selfishness, then I urge all of you to be selfish. Let's be selfish. So thank you, Aishwarya. And your book, The 5 Season, right? I read that, and I love the sequence. And if somebody read this book, they won't believe your the story behind that. Would you like to share something about it, please, if you don't mind?
Okay, so basically, there have been instances where, like I said, I was very, passionate about singing. So I've shared my experiences of how I just ended up, in one of the auditions, and then I was doing my graduation that day, and I just wanted to experience how this whole singing audition process is there, right? So I just ended up there, and At the end of the day, I got separated, and the same clashes at home, typical Indian family, that you have to finish your education before you want to pursue anything as a profession. And then all of a sudden, after 3 months, you just the episode is ad, and how all of a sudden you become a mini celebrity, right? So it was just out of nowhere. It's just the incident just happened. Then I was doing my MBA course in Mumbai. That's where I'm very passionate about new movies as well. So I just got to meet a few of the celebrities during my MBA, and they all were very sweet encounters. So similarly, like every Indian family, my family is also cricket freak. So I had all these instances related to cricket. So this is how like all these small experiences here and there I've just shared. So it's very I would say it's not very I'm not sure, but sometimes I feel we think all these big people or millionaires, they get opportunities to meet people or experiences these kind of spotlights. I just wanted to elaborate that everybody, if you're lucky, or if you're very passionate about, you can also meet everybody, be a celeb. So
Thank you.
that's all about it.
Thank you. And even I believe in one thing. So, happiness is not about having dinner in a five-star. It's all about having a cutting chai at a corner, a street corner. I believe so. That means you find happiness in small thing, and this book gives you a lot of positive vibes. So yeah, I love this book, and I believe it was also a bestseller, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so guys,
Yes, thank you.
Q&A. I am sharing a link in the. I'll share a link in the chat. You can join the WhatsApp group, and we'll share all the links that we are discussing, and some of them you can get for free. We'll share that by end of the session. And yes, we can open the Q&A now. But before that, I would like to introduce one more person without whom this 5-day challenge was not possible. And that person, none other than my co-founder, my best friend, I can say my backbone, Satya. Hi, Satya.
Hi everyone. Yeah, thank you. Like, so I mainly work like in the back end. I do for FIDAC, like mainly into marketing, like digital marketing, etc. And I'm so happy to see like right now we have 150 authors. Like I think it's a wonderful milestone for us, and I hope like it's more to come in future. Like,
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna
happy.
gonna make it very big, because when we have family like this and support like this, nothing can stop us. That I'm very sure. And the best thing I loved about this workshop is we are focused to produce more books. It's not like we are focused on enrolling a lot of people. We are focused on producing more authors, and that is what I'm really glad about. I'm really feeling blessed to have people who are really dedicated, who are really serious, and who are really passionate about life. So yeah. Okay, so we can start the Q&A. Guys, you can ask anything to anyone. All of us will answer. I mean, if that's a fair question. Okay, just kidding. We can answer most of your questions, so don't worry. You can ask us anything. Before that, I have a couple of questions. If you don't mind, I can start with that, and you can unmute yourself, ask your question. You can drop your question in chat, and we'll read it for them. Um, one question is for all of you. Okay. Now, you have done a fantastic job, and congrats for that. But a lot of people, they think it's not possible. So there are a lot of myths around that revolves around book publishing. What is the biggest myth? Let me put it this way. According to you, what are the biggest myths about book publishing? And I would like to hear it from all of you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll start it. So I think the biggest myth is like the exactly the topic which Saurabh has talked about, which is like imperfect progression. So I feel that most of the people really get stuck at the phase wherein they want that the book should be like uh, outstanding or like flawless or something like that. So like I always hear Anshuman saying many times that perfection is a myth, and it's only about whether we become a best version of ourselves or not. So how you progress every day. So most of the people really think that the day we are like we have content something like flawless, only then we can write a book. So that is the thing which I feel is stopping most of us.
I agree.
Most of them, sorry, not us. We have already written, so us is not there, them. Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree. And I loved Aisha's reaction on this. What about you, Aishwarya?
I would say probably no. I would second Manohar that the biggest myth is probably people trying to be very perfect on what they want to publish, right? But more than that, what I've seen is people lack self confidence. I've seen people. I mean, I've seen friends who have concepts, right, and they've been writing for years and years. So probably the biggest thing that I felt was people lack confidence or they lack the direction of so they have the content, probably sometimes they even have the ideas, they have everything in picture, but they lack that push or that confidence, okay, I can do this. So probably this challenge is something I would recommend to people, that this would definitely give you one. You have a very good mentor like Anshuman. I call him Guruji. He has solution for each and everything. Yes, Sonali, go ahead.
Yeah. So we said perfection, self doubt. Priyanka, what's your take on this?
So what I feel that putting yourself in front of people is the biggest obstacle, because when you publish your book, you actually you're expecting lots of praises about the book, but lots of criticism is also there. That's what we're not ready to accept it. If somebody comes to me and says that, Priyanka, in your book I found 100 of grammatical error, or there are so many mistakes that you would write in a different manner, or something like that, I think people are not ready to accept it. And that's why, in spite of having all the knowledge, experience, and everything they could share with the world and actually help people around them, they decide to keep it to themselves.
I think it got stuck. I think it got stuck. Okay. We'll come back to you, Priyanka.
Can I
Uh,
share?
yeah, Saurabh, please. And that's your topic basically.
Yeah.
So obviously you have to say a lot of thing
Okay.
about.
Yes, definitely. Uh, First of all, most of the basic thing is perfection, yes, which is covered. The best thing that I found personally felt like uh, the moment when I started, and then I added the the worst part was the mid. At the mid, I was thinking, see, I'm writing this. Even I have this topic of imperfection. Somewhere I was thinking, is this book is going to help someone, right? So it was a self-doubt which came up. But gradually, when you start looking and reading that book at the end, it happened to me. Then I have given it the second look. I said, no, it's worth, right? And and I can say only one thing which make me stuck was the self-doubt somewhere. And this imperfection also tells about this, that how self-doubt is like killing yourself and why it comes. Anyways, not coming to this book, but definitely the one challenge I found is the self-doubt. Once you overcome it, you're done.
Right. Good agree more. Like even Priyanka was saying, when you publish a book, you become vulnerable, and you doubt yourself even before that. First, you are afraid to be vulnerable, and once you know that become vulnerable, you doubt your capacities, and yeah, for that reason, you don't do anything. Just because of the fear that you'll fail, you don't try to succeed. So that's the biggest issue that I can see. I see Gaurav had asked one thing. Uh, The question is, Satya, can you read for us?
Okay. I would like to know about manifesting your dream.
Okay, that must be for Priyanka, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so Gaurav is my best friend, I would say. And I think it's been 3-4 years back when I told him that I want to write a book, and he bought me a notepad and a pen that you can start writing in this. So he also has been like, an inspiration behind it, and he would always keep on reminding that you have to write a book. So Gaurav, manifesting your dreams, I would say, is basically a book about all the money struggle we all go through, especially in our generation when we want to quit our job and start something on our own. And you get, actually, everybody pulls you back that no, you can't do that, you cannot do that, you have a good job, good security. And how to come up over those mentality from where we are listening from our childhood that money is difficult, money is bad, money is this, money is that. The first step we have to take is we have to step out of that mentality. And what we start, expecting that money is enough and I can earn whatever I want. I can get money from people around me. Anshuman, I will share one thing with you. From the day I started accepting this thing that I can get money from anywhere, okay, from anywhere, I just drop down that belief that I have to earn money to receive money in my life. I have been accepting, money from everywhere. And yeah, Gaurav, I got a lot of money from you as well, a lot of treats from you as well. So it's just about your belief. The moment you lose it, that thing that was in your mind, that you cannot have money, you have to earn your money. Trust me, universe is so abundant that you get so many opportunity to receive money from everywhere. So that is my biggest take from this, and that is one point, one, I would say, core foundation of this book. So anybody who's gonna do the 21-day challenge, I'm sure that they would be out of it with a new money mindset, and they would be receiving money from everywhere. Big or small doesn't matter, but you will have money for sure.
No money is a bad money, a small amount. No amount is
Exactly.
bad.
Thank you for answering my question, Priyanka. And just wanted to tell everyone, it's been from 2017. She told me that she's gonna write a book. I'm so proud of her that she have wrote that book. And the worst part is she didn't tell me. I got to know from Facebook that she has written a book. So, but best of luck. And she's the one. I mean, I can count anytime. And one of the motivator in my life. Thank you so much. And proud of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing this thing. And yes, all of us owe a party from her. Now it's time to spend money.
You won't get it. I didn't get it from last 6 years. Not even a single party. So forget about that.
Okay, that was so sweet of you. Okay. Satya was saying something.
Yep. Sonali may answer this. So I want to know if you
Yes,
can-
Sonali, you can answer. So, people who don't know who Sonali is, Sonali, again, she's a part of this family. For some technical reasons, she couldn't publish a book this week. Most probably, she's going to publish it today. So, yes, Sonali, it's all yours.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Anshuman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. So I think because this question is, I can't stop myself when I heard this question from you right now.
Which one you trying? I mean,
आपने अभी जो सवाल पूछा कि बुक के लिए कि क्या हो, हाँ, तो जब तक हम खुद को until and unless we can't feel worthy ourselves, we can't publish a book, we can't write anything. पता है मैं बहुत सालों से लिखते आई हूँ, बहुत सालों से लिखती हूँ. ये लाइक मॉम से, ग्रैंड मॉम से मुझ में आया है राइटिंग स्किल. But I never thought about कि I will publish a book, I will write a book. Just because I am not feeling like I am worthy, I was not feeling. मेरे विचार वो नहीं है जो मैं वर्ल्ड के सामने ला सकूं और जो मैं वर्ल्ड को बता सकूं. So only and only because of you, first time I can do this. And इसलिए ये मेरे लिए बुक नहीं है, ये मेरे लिए मेरा वर्थ है. It's so much precious and valuable for me.
Thank you, sir. आपने बहुत बड़ी बात बुक कर दी आपने. But I can relate to. See, it's not only about you or people like us.
Yeah.
Ancient era, even the mythological period. ये मैं बहुत बार बोला हूँ सबको. हनुमान जी के बारे में. हनुमान सबको पता है, right? So जब उनको लंका जाना था he was very confused कैसे जाऊँ क्या करूँ. Then this भालू जामवंत he हमेशा भालू का नाम बोलता हूँ. भालू भाई सॉरी, मैं रट्टा मार के आऊँगा अगली बार आपका नाम क्या है. It was something जामवंत something like that. So he came and he told Hanuman कि you know what, तुम जब बच्चे थे तुम ये कर सकते थे, ये कर सकते थे, you can do it. बस एक छलांग लगाओ लंका जाके आओगे. And Hanuman did that. And बोलते हैं ना कि evolution, if you believe in evolution, बंदर से हमारा evolution हुआ है. So we have that thing in us. We want someone to tell us that you can do it. And I'm glad that I played the Bhalu for you. Thanks a lot. One more thing that you said, even if you know that we can do something, most of the time we can't do it. The reason of the push, right? So this is again one of the most important factors that you need to achieve anything in your life. And luckily, I have this wonderful family. Thanks to all of you, whoever joined this family, anyone. Yeah. Vikram, he's asking something. Writing a book is a big job, but deciding to write a book is an amazing job. Right. सोनाली क्वेश्चन आपके लिए है. I mean, क्वेश्चन नहीं, I think ये compliment आपके लिए.
थैंक यू अंशुमन.
नहीं, विक्रम ने बोला है आपको. Writing a book is a big job, but deciding to write a book is an amazing job. सोनाली.
हाँ. डिसाइड करने के बाद जो मैं 4 रातों से हम लोग सो नहीं पाए, मतलब मैं तो पता नहीं, कल मैं रोने लगी थी कि क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. फर्स्ट टाइम ऐसा. तो वो लाइक दैट पुश आई गेट जस्ट फ्रॉम योरसेल्फ. अगर वो नहीं होता तो पता नहीं अभी भी मैं मेरे ख्यालों में होती कि करूंगी, पता नहीं कब कर पाती.
Thank you, but again it's not just me. Even Sanika, she helped you a lot.
Yeah, बहुत.
Right, so yeah.
She helped me a lot.
Yeah, so thanks to her.
Yeah, she encourages me. She is at every step she is with me.
Yeah.
From starting.
Even when we were publishing, when there was some technical issue,
yeah,
I had to shut down.
Sure.
Then she was there at that point. So just so that was awesome. That showed how close this family is. Also, guys, one thing, just आपने जो बोला उसी चीज, जैसे विक्रम ने बोला कि डिसाइडिंग टू राइट अ बुक इज अ अमेजिंग जॉब. कंप्लीटली एग्री. एंड हमेशा ऐसा होता है कि all of us at one point of time we think that we should write a book. Okay. We lie ourselves and we tell ourselves that no, it's not something you should do. And I'm sure सबने ये झूठ कभी ना कभी खुद को बोला है. Right? So क्या झूठ बोला है हमने आज तक खुद को जो आपको?
Yeah. Are you asking for me?
All of it.
Everyone.
नहीं बोला है. My reason, my lie to myself was in my first book. One of my friend told me कि publish this book, and I was like, no one will read this book. I'm not an author. This is not a book, so I will not publish it. Somehow I published it and it became a bestseller. It's a story, but yeah, I used to lie to myself. So I'm sure all of you must have lied to yourself.
For me, I would say I always, bring time in this. I always say that if I write for these many hours, I'm losing my money, which I could have earned. I'm very, money-minded person, as I have manifested my dreams already. So, that's why I was always think that, okay, I have this client and that client, I can't take chutti, I cannot do this. I have to work. So I'm a very workaholic kind of person. This is the very first time, I would say, since Monday to right now, I haven't worked. Like, no matter how many clients I have messaged me that I really need you, I really need to talk, I need counseling, I need therapy, I need that, I didn't reply to anybody. So I disconnected myself. I would say detached myself from the emotion that somebody needs me right now, with this thought that I'm going to help masses with this thing. So if 100 people are going to read that, I'm sure their life will change in some manner. So time was my excuse.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest excuses. So it's like excuses to it. Rather than just giving excuses. I'm glad. Okay, and you said you knew that your book is gonna help a lot of people, and that's a worth investment of your time and money, whatever. Uh, a lot of people can understand this when it's a non-fiction, a book like this. But when it's a fiction, okay, it's just a story, you can say. Okay. Over there, so we have Sagar and Ashura over here, right? For Ashura, it's just her story, 5 chapters of her life, and for Sagar, it's a different story altogether. So, Sagar, are you there, Sagar?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm there.
have you
Can you
said
hear me?
any lie to yourself, or it's like you just got this idea, okay, I should write, and you started writing?
Actually,
Sagar, your voice is breaking. I can't hear you. I think there's some issue with the network.
I probably heard my. Okay.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Sagar. Aishwarya.
So, like I said, I wanted to share my journey. So every time I would think, okay, I'll put up chapters. I'll like, what have I done? What have I done? What that I can advise people. Okay, do this, do that. So I would say, the confidence is what I have been lying about. I know I have done few things that would definitely help, but I lack this. I like to myself saying, no, you have not done lot of things that you can consolidate together and send give it as advice or whatever to other people. So I think that's something I've lied to myself, saying I have not done worth enough, like I would say again, Sonaliji, that I've not done worth enough, I've not done activities that are worth enough to consolidate together in a book and
And that's the reason you're stopping
everybody.
from writing your book.
Right.
Okay. So, okay, I'll come to Sagar. Then I'll share one thing. Yeah, Sagar.
Hey, hi, Anshuman. Sorry, I think some network issue here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that the idea of writing this book was basically given to me by my wife. So as you're aware,
There's some issue with the network. There's still some issue with the network. Sagar, there's some issue with the network.
me telling some way. How is it? Okay.
I'll come back to you. Or you can do one thing. You can turn off your video. That might save you some bandwidth. You can try now. Okay. Meanwhile, I just want to share something. So when people say we don't have something to share, even I think that's a lie. Because if you're 20 years old, 30 years old, you have 20 years of learning, right? And you have a lot of things to share with the world. And that's not just a luxury, just to be get this tag of author. That's the responsibility that we have. So yes, you have a lot of things to share, and you should share. Forget the money part, forget the name, fame, everything. That's the responsibility. Come on. Yes, Sagar. Hope you're back.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can turn off your video if that network is the issue.
Yeah, that should be better actually. Yeah. So coming back to your question, so the person who suggested me to write this book was my wife. Basically, she could have heard me telling stories to my kid, and that's how that is the reason I started writing this book. I mean, that is how I got the incentive. And I always was apprehensive in terms of coming out with a book, and I didn't promote it much before, and no one knew that I was writing a book. It was when I published it, then I shared with everyone, and thankfully everyone liked it so far. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, the feedback which your daughter gave, that also helped. That validation was very important for me because of. I mean, first time I was coming out with a book, although it doesn't have that much literature in there, but yeah, there are illustrations, and it is still a book which should be liked by the right audience. So yeah, that is how I mean I went about it. And now with the first book, I've got enough confidence to write one more.
Awesome. And I believe there are few more coming, not just one.
Yeah, I hope to create a series now. Let's see. I mean, the story of the first book is ready now. We have started the illustrations, and we have shared the draft, the first draft, with my family and friends, and they also like the story. So the important part is the story should end with a good moral. And this time, I mean, it is. I mean, I had to ensure that the follow up is better than the first book. So the story has turned out pretty well so far, and let's hope this illustration match up to it.
Awesome. I'm sure it will.
Thank you so much.
Saurabh, are you there? I have a question for you. Yeah. So, yeah, you have a great mentor. You're a high ticket closer.
Anshuman, there is a query, I guess, from Roshni.
Yes.
She's asking about the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Roshni. So basically, the name of the book is Jungle Adventures with Mickey and Jumbo. The two characters, the lead characters of the book are Mickey and Jumbo. Mickey is a monkey, Jumbo is an elephant. Both of them
I
are
saw the
basically,
picture.
yeah. So that
And, you know,
I would be continuing the story of these two characters and their adventures in the jungle. So the second book also will be set in a jungle, and will end with a good moral for the kids with very good illustrations. We want to match the illustrations of the first book or probably improve it.
Okay,
So
just want to interrupt because we are all, brought up with the reading that Panchatantra and Champak and
Right.
everything, right? So I just want to, if you are, including the morals in it, so that will be obviously wonderful. But I think, I just want to push you in that itself because keeping the moral short and, keep the number of stories more than the, morals elongated one because, these kids, they don't but they would love to understand. I have the smaller one and I know this very particularly. That's why I want to be in this with you, Sagar, that okay, tell them that okay, speak the truth. Let's for example. So if you are saying such story with that, then you just have to make it very simple, kept it that way. I'll read your book for sure because I am in is also based on the values and forward for the beautiful stories you are you'll save my time of imagination. I'll tell my little one.
Thank you. Roshni, probably maybe a network issue at my end. I probably lost you a little bit while you were speaking. But
Okay.
so the difference between a normal children's book with stories and my book is that it is an illustration book. So
Okay.
the most of the entire story will be depicted through illustrations, and
Mhm.
not have multiple stories because then it will be a huge book with illustrations. It will have limited text, but a lot of illustrations which will depict the story with
Right.
colorful pictures and all. So
Sure.
that is what I want to create because my age group which I'm targeting is between 1 to 6 years. So
That's wonderful.
yeah, so it is not the ones beyond that because once you go past a 6-year-old age, probably they would like to read. They develop that reading. So that's why it will be a single story in an illustration. And I do take your point. Probably in the future, I might come out with a book which have limited illustrations, but more on the stories. So
Right.
that is so definitely I can probably think of creating in the future.
Thank you so much because you said the series you're having because mine is smaller one and I understand that
How old
giving
is he?
them a story. He's turning 3 in 3 months.
This is a
So
perfect
I
book for
think
him.
yes, and that's why I jumped into your one. I tell you.
Okay.
So thank you so much for this. And I, if you're going with the series, then I'm wishing you all the luck.
Thank you so much, Roshni.
You're welcome.
Awesome. And I would like to add one more thing. So far, my favorite book was The Lion Inside. If you don't know about this book, just go to Amazon and search for this title, The Lion Inside. I love the story, and it's a children book, but the message it has is so strong. Even I read it multiple times. Whenever I feel low, I read the story.
Wow, wow, wow. That's a big appreciation. Yeah, like
Yeah. And I can compare Sagar's book with that.
Oh, thank you, Anshuman.
You're most welcome, Sagar. Okay. So,
thank you.
Saurabh, we're talking, right?
Yes.
I forgot the question. Yeah, I was talking about the lies, right? So all of us lie when we try to do something new. Like all of them share their lie. And coming to you, have a great mentor. I mean, we both share the same mentor, and he's a great personality. I must say, you're a high ticket closer. You are doing a very good job. But did you ever felt like, no, I don't know anything to write a book, or how should I write a book in a negative way? I'm not worthy enough to write a book. Something like that. Any negative thing that came to your mind anytime?
Okay, Anshuman, okay, first of all, let me go to the lies. To be true, when I have started exploring my lies, I had around 314 lies that was I was telling to myself every day, right? And when I came to know, I was like, shit, man, what is this, right? The second thing, the book. To be true, I have never felt about this because I have never thought about this. First of all, writing the book. Second thing is these objections were already cleared by even by knowing myself. I have been to many mentors. One of the mentors who talk about the book already. So at that time, from that learning, that doubt were already gone. So to be true, right now I have 6 books in sequence which I'm going to launch, and 3 I'm going to launch in next 1 year. To be true, the blockage was which one to start, right? And how to how was there already the Kindle, the new way which you have taught was not clear. I was thinking about to publish a paper book, right? And to go with the bulky perfect book, because paper book you are going to invest so much money, right? It's not simple. So when I have joined yours, now I have the confidence. Okay, I can still get to 3 books within a year next time, and that will be the progressively I'm going to improve it, and then I will launch my paper book. That's the way how I that's the blockage which I overcame through a 5-day challenge from your book, right? And the second thing is where to start, right? So those 2 things for the blockage which I overcame.
Awesome. See, your book sounds very interesting. Would you like to share something more about your book, like imperfect progression, right? And it's very thought provoking, I would say, because when you say somebody ki you don't need to be perfect, they raise eyebrows. Like, why is someone telling me that don't be perfect? Though that's the most important thing to grow, but people don't digest such thing. When you say I'm not perfect, people will say, "What are you talking about?" Right. So, would you shed some more light on this thing, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah. To be true, what I have explored, I have mentioned that in book also. Let's see, our society, our education system, and our corporate system, there we spend a lot of time. Myself, like I'm being right now 37. So 37 years out of that, let's cut out the 8 years, so around 27 or 28 years. We are being very much in the environment which is not supported to come with the imperfection. The whole thing wherever you go, whenever you want to grow, it's all experimental, right? And the education system and the corporate is always looking for the people who are good doing something. They're always looking for the people who have proven something. You haven't most of the people of my age when they were in the school, they probably haven't got any chance to come to the stage, right? Because their teachers, their mentors thought, see, we want the program to be perfect. We want the people to be amazed. And so we want only the people who perform well already, and we just give the opportunities to them, right? And the same thing happens to corporate. The people think, see, we want this presentation to be perfect. We want this product to be perfect. We want this to be the best level. So we are looking for the people who can do it. They forget the people who have the caliber, but they are not saying it, right? They know that I want to do the best job and I can do it because those people go in detail, right? They within one of the things when I was writing this book, see, the people have the learning patterns. Few people just grab these things, learn it by just reading and grab it and just put it there wherever they want. And the few people go in details, right? Understanding. So coming up with this thing, imperfection is the way where I'm just telling the people, see, the life when you want to grow, when you want to achieve something, the first principle is you need to be experimental. And the imperfect progression says you do the experiment, you change the input, you change the way how we are working with that input, and then you can change the output, right? So don't look for that in the one go. I'm going to create something which is an amazing product. No, you just pinpoint one thing, that is one particular thing I want to work on, and put your heart, put your soul in that. Just one thing, and just one part of it, right? And be very open in your mind. I'm going to fail, and it's fine. I'm going to lose, it's fine. But because what I'm losing is a tiny thing. What I'm going to get, it's a bigger thing. So this is just a complete mind shift where a person is stuck for the urge of perfection because of their limiting beliefs and because of their thought, and it is impacting their personal life. See, when a person is telling themselves, not in visible way, but in invisible way in your mind every day that you are a failure, right? You are not able to do these things. You don't know, 11 years, 12 years, if you are thinking about creating something, even you haven't started, you become a failure in your mind. And you won't be able to take any initiative. It will change, it will impact your personal life. It will, even the people take advantage and you didn't know about it. It will cost you money, it will cost you time. At the end of, when it comes to your end of the life, you will see that you are financially broken, emotionally broken. And this book is telling you how this is impacting when you are not starting what you seriously love to do as a part of your business, right? And how to start. It's about how to start and how to persist. That's it.
Right. And see, I just add one thing over here. Like you said, people. I think I have shared this before. A lot of people they don't succeed because they don't want to fail. And in our field, in our line, there is something which is a very common line we use: fail first and fail fast. So first you have to fail. If you don't fail, you won't succeed, and you have to fail fast. Unless until you fail fast, you don't succeed again. You take a lot of time to succeed. So it's better to fail first and fast. So that's what we follow. Perfect. And again, the perfection thing. So, for example, Disha, this kid, Manohar's daughter, okay, now she got her name into India Book of Record. Come on, that's not a joke, right? I mean, not a lot of people can do that. She has published a book. Her book is in the India Book of Records. All the credit goes to Manohar. Most of the credit goes to Manohar. But again, if you think uh, the book, Disha's book, I don't think it should be perfect. I mean, I don't think it's perfect. Though I haven't read that book, though Manohar had done the proofreading, though Vishash's mom had done the cover designing and everything, I'm sure there's still some scope for improvement because I don't believe something is perfect. Manohar, would you agree with me? I think he's stuck.
Yes, Anshuman, I completely, yeah, yes, Anshuman, I completely agree with you, and really second to the thoughts which Saurabh has shared. That every time it's only with experimenting we learn. So if we are really struggling to, I mean, if we seriously doubt ourselves in experimenting, we are like, yeah, like I heard this, like if we fail to plan, we are bound to fail.
You're planning to fail. Yeah.
Yeah, you're planning to fail. So, and I totally get it that only with experimenting every day you will know what is the progression you can make. So I totally second to Saurabh's opinion. Yeah. So and just actually, I forgot to add one thing which you started with this question about the book and this 5-day author challenge. So I just want to add one thing. So like Sonali was sharing, like she also started and wanted to do like this program which you have designed, Anshuman. Like if people want to really know this, there is a law called as Parkinson's law. So you can read it in Google. So this program exactly fits this concept of Parkinson's law. So if you keep procrastinating, right, so the time will just keep on going. So like Anshuman just gives the challenge, and then on the day one, so because actually on the day one, December 6th, I remember you asked to post on LinkedIn and Facebook saying that my book is going to launch on December 11th. So when on Monday you told to post, right? So I was very reluctant to post, saying that how will this happen, and that too like within 5 days. So it was like um, it was like I couldn't even believe. But then you told that the disclaimer is the best part, wherein you say that whatever I am going to say, you have to do it, and only if you do it, you come the next day. So that is where I think your program really works out, because when we don't follow this, then exactly the Parkinson's law happens. When you procrastinate to next week, right, the time fills up there itself. So that's what I forgot, and I was able to recollect this and just wanted to add to my previous question.
Thanks for sharing that, policy. Again, so all of us have heard about SMART goals, right? And we follow that when we are working on a project in office or something. We set SMART goals. But how many times do we set this SMART goal in our life, in these small things? We don't. Most of us don't, right? So it's very simple. Like for people, it may sound a bit fancy, like writing a book in 5 days and things like that. Is very simple. Just set smart goal, put in a hard work, have the clear strategy, and you can do it. Anyone can do it. It's not a big deal. But be open, put in the hard work, and your goals should be, there has to be smart. But since we're talking about Disha, her book got, was able to got a break the record or set a record in India Book of Record. Would you like to share a bit about that book? Because she was like, okay, you have to read my book to know more. It's a direct sell. But yeah, I'm curious to know more.
Yeah, yeah. So like I shared initially,
Without your permission.
yeah, of course. Yeah. So, like I shared initially, she's been reading storybooks since she's 5 years old, not 4 years old exactly. So, I used to read her stories, and then she used to go to sleep listening to those stories. So, then this is how she got habituated to reading stories when going to sleep. So and then because yeah, so they say, right, so some things kept building up, and then so this is how she herself is able to tell stories on her own. So yeah, so actually she goes to one class wherein the madam encourages her to change the story. So the plot is the same, but she has to recreate the story in a different way. So that is how she got used to the storytelling and all these kinds of things. So yeah, so like so she used to play with the, 4 friends. So she has 4 friends, I mean including her 4. So these 4 friends always play together. So she created one hypothetical story out of it, and then so like I think it was one of an activity of treasure hunt, and then she really liked that treasure hunt, and then she created one hypothetical story out of a treasure hunt wherein she finds uh, some medals. So that is like how she's able to find that and all those things. So she has written in that story.
Awesome. I mean, 7-year kid writing a story about treasure. I mean, guys, do any of us remember what we used to do when we were at that age? मुझे याद भी नहीं है, मैं कुछ करता भी था उस टाइम पे. So, I mean, the credit goes to you, Manohar. I mean, the way you train. Parenting plays a very big role over here. So the credit goes to you. I mean, obviously she had put in the hard work. So I won't say everything, all the credit goes to you, but yeah, a huge portion of this thing goes to you and your wife.
Yeah.
Very good job.
Thank
And by the way, guys, people who don't know it, from April, we are starting a batch for kids, and that's gonna be only for the people of this family, the kids of this family. If you have enrolled in this family and you have a kid, I'm going to conduct a workshop for them, and it's gonna be for free. And that's the reason it's only for the people of this family, not for others. So yes, if anyone is there from this family who is listening, so just keep a note on that and let me know if your kid is ready for that. And yeah, people who have not joined this family yet, I'm going to share the link right now in the chat. Okay, so you can join the family, and yes, we are starting a new batch tomorrow, and Thursday I would like to see a book getting published. And yes, one more thing, from 1st April the price we are going to increase it to 4,999, and today we are going to increase it to 4,499 after this workshop. By around 1:30, 2 o'clock we'll upgrade the price. So better, the sooner you join, the more you save. But even if you join at 5,000 rupees, I think it's not a bad deal. What do you say, guys?
Anjuman, it's a great deal if someone seriously committed to have a direction. 5 days, and to be true, I seriously like the community. I seriously like the way the thing happened, and the community is seriously open. You are not going to find these kind of things anywhere. I was looking for the author community, to be true. I searched it on internet. I haven't found in Delhi NCR, right? And when I joined it, now I feel like, okay, now I have the place where I can seriously write the books, not one books, many books. I'm gonna do it. Seriously, it's worth.
Yeah. And one more thing, people who are thinking, what should be the price point? Is it less? Is it high? So there are two ways you can look at the money. One, you look at the investment as spent, okay, spending this much amount. Or second, you look at the return. So just look at the return, what you can get out of this book. And then if you think the amount 5,000 rupees, which we are going to upgrade to 1st of April, if you think that's higher, you can message me with the amount you think is right for this workshop. After listening to all this story, the amount you think is right for the workshop, and we can talk about that. I mean, I'm open for everything. I'm open for discussion. So I love experimenting. So again, you can say this is experiment. So whatever amount you say, 1 rupee, yes, fine. Talk to me and say, I think this workshop is worth 1 rupee. Let's discuss, and then we'll see. Right? So yes.
Anshul, I'd like to add that, obviously towards the end of the workshop, you have your book and you have all your returns on the book. But what I would say is more important than the end result is you are able to achieve something that you have been dreaming or, you were not able to do before. So I would say the whole experience of getting into that rigor, learning from you, and then being able to publish that book is what is more worth. From my say, end result is definitely, there, but the 5 days that you are able to put in your hard work and accomplish something that you were not able to do before is worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And result, again, there is no end to it. It's up to you how you want to use your book. It's up to you. And when I published my first book, I still don't call it a book. I still call it a booklet. It's a 15-page booklet, and it was an accident. I'll share that some other time. And that opened doors for me. Now we're talking about proper books, right? So it's up to you how you use it. And again, I'm sharing a link. You don't want to delay. If you want to save some bucks, it's okay if you delay. I don't mind. I know you'll join one day. I mean, now either you join it now, save some bucks, or you join after a month, and I don't mind. But yes, that will save you some bucks. So since we're talking about money, Priyanka, we're talking
Yes.
your book is about money and all. So, what's your call on this? Like, if somebody really wants to get money, okay,
See, first of all, Anshuman, there is no price tag on your dream. If somebody would have asked me 10 years back, pay me 5,000 and I would help you write a book, I would have done that happily. Beg, borrow, steal, whatever. I would have steal it from my father or anybody, but I would have done that. So I would say, guys, remember, money is not a mean, okay? Money is not always have to be in terms of money only. You get the worth from so many things in life. And the one book you write, it gives you a lot to take back than that money. So I don't think it's not worth, it's definitely worth. Even in future, expect it to be more, right? Anshuman?
yeah, the first April I'm making it 5,000, 4,999. Currently, I think it's 3,999, and after this workshop, I'll make it double for double nine.
That's perfect.
Yeah, by around 2 o'clock something, I'll make it double for double nine.
Many times what happens that if we're paying a small amount, then we don't pay attention to it. Letting go of 1,000, 2,000 bucks is not difficult for anybody. But when you pay 5,000, I'm sure that people would pay more attention and you would have more authors.
Exactly, that is the intention. You got it right. So when I started for free. Okay, and I'll tell you what. First 2 months, okay, I got roughly around 100 plus authors. Okay, enrollment, not authors, enrollment. And can you imagine? Can you guess the number of book we published in first 2 months? March, April last year.
I'm very less. 5, 10? 0.
Zero.
Okay.
Okay, then I made it 500 rupees. I got some improvements. Okay, now if you see today, the okay, obviously the number of people who joined that reduced, but the outcome, the completion ratio in today's session, in your batch, I would say almost 100%. Whoever joined, either they published or like Sonali, she's doing it right now because of technical issues. She couldn't do it last time. I think this Friday, Saturday. She'll do it right now. I mean, after this thing, she'll do it today, right? So we are getting completion ratio of almost 100%, and I want to remove that almost. I want to make it 100%. And money is one of the biggest commitment that people can make. If you sell something like you can get it for a price of pizza, people will take it as a pizza only. So so yeah, that's the main intention behind increasing the price. And obviously, and you'll get to know a lot of things like how you spend this money. So we conduct a lot of promotional activities, and we conduct a lot of things. Ads, we promote your book, we promote you, we conduct interviews, we host events like this. So yeah, that money is again is spent on you guys only. So it's not about the money that we are getting. It's money that you invest. So it tells how serious you are. So that's it.
One more thing, Anshuman just wanted to add.
Yeah.
Money which everyone is paying is for your commitment towards this program or this challenge, Friday challenge. So you stay awake for in late in the nights to ensure that everyone publishes this book, their book in that 5 days. So that is the commitment, and you are also available almost any time during the day. And from the ideation till publishing, you are there to support them. And now it is not just you; it is a community what they are entering into when they pay. So they have to look all these aspects when they enroll for your program.
Yeah.
And just to add to that, it is a lifetime support also.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for putting this point. So a lot of people ask after they join. Okay, they message me, Anshuman, you know what? I have paid, I have joined, but this week it's not possible for me to join. Can I join next week or maybe next to next week? I have someone in this chat who had messaged me something like that.
I think Saurabh wanted to tell something.
Sorry.
Yes, I want to say that I had a discussion with you that Anshuman, I want to join, but I don't know will I be able to write it in this week? Probably I'm going to do it in next week. So then we said, okay, let's join. But when I joined it, when I announced it, I said, okay, now I'm going to do it. So it was me who was saying like, I don't know, I'm going to do it in this week or not, but I did it. Thanks for you.
We had the discussion, I remember, but then you did it this week only. But
Yes.
I think we have someone in this room right now who has joined, but Annie, is that you? Yep, Annie. So, so when she joined, when did you join, Annie? I think last.
I joined a week back because I am undergoing a train the trainer training here, and March 31st is the last day. So you told me that you start every Mondays, so that is why I decided that 5th I will be there.
Yeah.
So I cannot commit to something and take 100% responsibility when I'm already doing something. So I signed up with you first so that I can give 100% to what I'm going to do with you, the 5-day challenge.
Right. Thanks for that. So the point over here is, it's okay. I mean, once you join, like somebody said, we conduct every Monday. We started every Monday, and we have 52 weeks in a year. So technically, you can publish 52 books in a year. Practical, that's not possible. That's a different story. But as Manoj said, it's a lifetime membership because see, it's not a membership thing. It's a family. We call it a family. We don't call it a 5-day group. We call it a 5-day family, and we believe it's a family, and we strongly believe it's a family. So yeah. Ritu Bhandar, thank you for the session. I'll connect. Sure, definitely, Ritu. And yeah, anyone have any query, you can contact me. Just join the WhatsApp group, and you can ask anything to any of us. We'll definitely answer your queries, and we'll also share the links to all this book in the WhatsApp group, and we'll also keep you updated with all the coming events that we are going to do. So that's all from my side. You guys have anything to ask? Let me call your names. Abhishek, Adil, Astro Future Paths, okay? Gaurav, hey Sanika, you're here, okay? Hey, glad you joined. Okay, guys who don't know Sanika, even she's a member of this family, and I don't know why she's keeping quiet.
Yeah, actually, no, Sundays there, so a lot of work is going on simultaneously. But yes, actually, I want to add one thing, Anshuman. The huge success of this group is because you are accountable towards people book, and that is very much important actually. So being accountable is very much important.
Thank you.
And I feel.
And you would like to share something about your book? It's about Power of Why, something like that, right?
My book,
Quality Matters.
Why Quality Matters. Yeah.
You
So,
like-
so definitely you're giving quality time to people. That's why I.
That's so humble of you. Okay.
So, huge success. Congrats to you. That 150 authors are there in our group, and then very happy for that.
Yeah, we are member of the family is more than 150. I think it's almost
Yeah.
200 something.
So 151 now.
Yeah, the number of authors we have 151. Yes, feeling really powerful now. And it's just a number. If you see just a number 151, just a number. But the strength it gives us, the courage it gives us, no. Okay, now we have reached 151. So okay, now we can push it a bit more and we can reach more. We can help more people. That's the courage I get with. So that's the only reason I count this number. And Ashwin always keeps a check. Anshuman, what is the number now? Okay, now this is the number. So that is the push we get. That's the kick we get from these numbers. So, thanks a lot, guys. And I think we can wind it up. And before winding up, I'd like all these wonderful super authors to just conclude, and then yes, we'll wind up. I'll again share the link, both the link in the chat, so that you can take your call. So one thing I would like to do for sure is join the WhatsApp group because that's gonna help you. That's we are sharing the links over there. If you get any queries, you can ask in the group, and we'll definitely answer that. And yes, you can join the family by clicking on the second link. So yeah, super authors, over to you. Why don't you guys conclude?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to start with saying just one thing, that guys, if you're dreaming, to write a book, because I know that we all have a book inside us. So this is a good platform. Give it a try, and I'm sure next time we're gonna hear all your stories.
And yes, I'm waiting for setup also this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So generally, I don't know how people behave, but whenever I see the possibilities, that is the thing which can take me to the next level. I grab it as soon as possible, right? I can only give you the advice. If you have anything you seriously want to do, don't think. The more you think, the more you get to the analysis paralysis, which stops you. Take quick action.
And guys, one more thing. Luckily, I didn't had to use this disclaimer so far. But there is a disclaimer like if you join the workshop and you are unable to publish your book on time after following all the strategy, after putting the hard work, then there is a money back guarantee. Okay. And luckily, it's been almost 1 year. I think more than 1 year. Last March we started, right? It's almost 1 year. Just we completed 1 year, and अभी तक किसी ने पैसे वापस नहीं मांगे मुझे. So that's a different story. But yes, it comes with the money back guarantee. So I'm that confident. And all of them say yes. I mean, if you put in the hard work, if you follow the strategy, no one can stop you. Okay. Fine. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday afternoon now. It's 1 o'clock, and I'm sure some of you are hungry. So let's not waste a lot of time of yours. And I'm seriously hoping that all of you had fun, had a good time, and at least you got to learn something, because that is what I really mean. In any of this event, any of the workshop I conduct, any of the whatever I do, I have only. So if you see my tagline, right, is learn, earn, grow, right? So learning is the first thing. So I believe, I hope that all of you in this room have learned something or other. So yeah, you can thank me later. That's okay. But yeah, thank you all. Thanks all of you for joining and talking to our authors. And I had a great time. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks, Ansuman.
Thank you, Ansuman.
Thank you. And have a great Sunday ahead. Bye bye.
Bye, and see you next week.
Thank you, Anshuman.
Actually, thank you.